Hey, it's me, Jordanna, here with our friend Brittany.
Hi.
And Boomy. So we want to talk about what it looks like if after you've gone through the evaluation process, and then what does it take to actually get some services. We're going to talk about it in two ways. One is through a more standardized approach, which is going through an insurance-based process. Brittany here knows a lot about. And the other one we're going to talk about is a community-based opportunity. So how can you make sure that you're signing your kid up for the right enrichment programs that are going to benefit their needs and not just try to shove a square into a circle, but in fact find the right opportunities going to expand that circle. So here we go. Ready, Brittany? Talk us through insurance-based services.
Yes. So insurance is kind of tricky. Everything is different. Like the scene is very different across the country. So there are lots of places that, maybe in the suburbs where you're going to be able to find like big clinics that have like in-network providers that will be able to see your child. But I believe my personal opinion is because the real estate's so expensive here in Hoboken or in New York City that it can be challenging to find providers that are in-network, and the insurance rates are quite low. So a lot of providers are out of network right now. So what that means is you need to check and see if your private insurance, so not Medicaid, and your child is likely not on Medicare unless they have a disability, but if they have out of network benefits. And you can call or you could talk to a provider. I run out of network verification of benefits for my clients. So I can check and see if you have out of network. And if you do, you might be able to submit, or some providers do submit for you these invoices, and then you'd be able to pay minus your out-of-network copay. It would be covered through your insurance once you hit your deductible, basically. So once you might pay totally until whatever month you hit your deductible, maybe March or depending on how high your deductible is. But and then you'd be receiving some money back if you receive a super bill from a private provider. So that's pretty common. I find that to be pretty much the case with most private therapists in New York City, as well as Hoboken, Jersey City. And I'm talking about like speech, occupational therapy, or physical therapy.
Oh, I love that. And so insurance is quite a difficult situation to be in sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's challenging. It's complicated, I would say. But the good news is that even though you're going to be paying for therapy, hopefully if you have out of network, like most of the clients that I see and a lot of other therapists that I know, their clients do receive reimbursement. So depends.
Okay. So, and therapy could be really resourceful for a child, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know that I was a in-home therapist for behavior health, and there were several of my clients when we started, they had limited speech development, or they weren't expressive language at all.
Yeah.
And then knowing that they went into kindergarten, first grade with very limited support, knowing the intensive, intentional therapies that we provided really helped, develop the kid, and what they learned is a lot of tools about how to navigate their own world. It wasn't like taking away what was the issues in the beginning, but it was helping it become very manageable, and in some cases, in a lot of cases, help them pivot from getting in the way to actually, this is my superpower and I can use this to accelerate and skip grade levels or just excel in certain different spaces, right?
Yeah.
And it really unlocks some really cool doors.
Yeah, and I should mention ABA, I find in general, is covered in network. So if that's something you're considering, most of the related services are a lot of us are out of network, but a lot of ABA happens to be in network from what I've seen.
So let's talk about an alternative route that we want to go through is community-based opportunity.
In addition to therapy, I feel like it's possible to give too much therapy for your child, right? So we don't want to feel like we have to correct like every little thing. There's a certain amount that comes with age and confidence and just general development. And that's where like activities come into play. Like, what does your child really like? Sometimes, that can also really improve their development and their behavior and give them a lot of confidence. And I'm always very hesitant, even with children that have more just intensive needs, when they have therapy every day. That's a little concerning to me because you want to make sure that they have time to be able to play and be a kid.
Yeah, for sure. And that's actually why I started Compass, because I was like, wow, all these kids go to school, therapy, mom and dad and siblings. Like, it's very limited, but like what of the greatest joys are of life are far beyond those walls and those barriers that we build up for our kids. And I know that we want the best for them, right? And that's why we do it. But what is also the best for them is to live a really happy, healthy life. And part of that is getting involved in activities. And we can strategically pick the activities we get involved in. First, you can go for a motivator, something your kid is diehard about no matter what. You just want to cultivate that, right? Of course. That's highly motivating. That gets them through the day, that gets them through the week, that gets like, oh my gosh, today was Saturday, I got to go swimming. Amazing. The other things we can do is look at their cognition, and we can look at different motor movements and different things that we can do with our bodies that actually enhance cultivating how we think. So if you're curious about what that means, we can get on the internet and you can look up what an OT would do to help with cognition. So if you're looking for like balance, coordination, you're also looking at comprehension, and you're looking at cognitive fluency. Those things are going together. So what you're seeing are the behaviors, and what you can help do is help your child think and learn how to process and take in information through strategic activities in the community. So if you're interested, just let me know, and I have some answers for different things that we've found really successful for kids to get involved in, and it then spawns this amazing space in their brains where they're like all of a sudden really excited to talk about something, and it really just lights them up, and it becomes their whole world, and then all of a sudden a lot more pieces start to fit into place. So that is something you shouldn't take away, but make sure that it is layered in.
Balance.
Yeah.